It's morphin' time.
Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to the news that we have new Playmates Toys Star Trek to look at. In fact, I decided let's just do kind of a clean look. I looked at the page briefly, but I haven't really delved into the details. So it's going to be kind of fresh, kind of new. I saw the article go up on StarTrek.com and then just jumped right into it. So let's take a look and see what we got. So for those unaware, if this is your first time to this channel, I have been doing a retrospective series on the Playmates Star Trek line from the 90s. We've been going year by year, video by video, so 3 parts are out currently. I got 3 more parts to go. I've been kind of working on some other projects at the moment, but we will be getting back to part 4 in February. And for those looking at my channel on Monday wondering where the last Gundam tier list is, it got kicked to next week because this news took priority. So it's just how it goes. But that will be returning next week. So if you do enjoy this video and you enjoy Star Trek, be sure to take a look at my channel, hit subscribe if you're feeling like it, and hit that like button to let me know you enjoyed this video. So let's dive in. We're going to look at the article here on StarTrek.com and take a look. So up top, it looks like we just had that teaser image we got back in July, which is the thing that sort of kickstarted my whole idea of let me go through the entire line year by year, which has been so much fun. It's been quite an enjoyable experience, honestly. It's a ton of work, but let's take a look. So, Red Alert, Playmates Toys has returned with an all-new Star Trek Universe collection. The first figures and toys will be available to fans this summer, in a collection of retro figures from the most popular Star Trek shows and films, as well as the latest hit series on Paramount+. The 5-inch, 1/14th scale figures will feature the extraordinary attention to detail Playmates is known for, each with 14 points articulation, and packaged in either 1990s nostalgic packaging or newly designed Star Trek Universe blister cards, depending on the character. That's interesting. So I was kind of hoping with this announcement that we would be getting 5-inch. I mean, I know they said it was 4.5-inch, but they really did skew 5-inch. So these might actually fit in with the 90s collection, which would be fantastic. You know, no reason to start from the ground up, especially when a lot of those figures are easy to find nowadays. But the fact they're either going to be packaged on nostalgic packaging or newly designed Star Trek Universe cards, I'd imagine the original stuff is going to be kind of on a more retro package, whereas, you know, Paramount Plus stuff is going to be on its own new design. So, pretty cool. First wave of the Star Trek Universe collection will be available online in July 2022 and in stores this fall. So I guess online retailers get them in July, and then stores will get them in fall, probably for Christmas. Additional figures and accessories scheduled for release in early 2023 will be announced later this year. Okay, so let's see what we got. I know the teaser image showed figures from Picard and Discovery, so we'll see what we got. All right, so let's take a look. All right, first up, oh wow, was not, okay. We're going straight into Wrath of Khan. All right, so this is actually... Okay, Admiral James T. Kirk, Captain Spock, and Khan Noonien Singh is seen in Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, available in nostalgic packaging. So, interestingly, looking at it, well, we got a Khan, and we got a Kirk in a Wrath of Khan uniform from Generations back in the 90s line. We never got Spock in his Wrath of Khan look from Playmates. So that's exciting. I can't see, can I get this image bigger? There we go. Let's look at them details. They look okay. I don't know if they're like blowing me away necessarily. I'm also just so used to the old school look, just because I've been reviewing them and researching them. They got actual hip movement. No V crotches, it looks like. Khan looks a little awkward the way he's standing. Playmates is not the greatest when it comes to promotional images at all. Looking pretty solid, actually. I think the likenesses are much better than some of the old figures. The original Khan was one of my favorites in the line. They all look like they have open hands. So I wonder if they're going to have swappable hands, because that's a very common thing in the industry now, no matter what scale you're going with. Just because I'm wondering, like, all right, are they going to come with no accessories then? Because those hands ain't holding anything. So we'll see. I mean, all right, 14 points articulation, so 1 neck, 2, 3 shoulders, 4, 5 elbows, 5, 6 swivels, 7, 8 hips, 9, 10 knees. So there's probably wrist and ankle articulation in there. Maybe a waist swivel under the tunics. Let's look at some other figures. So yeah, no, that's a good way to start. All right. Oh, next up. Oh, okay. I was expecting like pretty much all Paramount Plus stuff. Yeah. Next up, Star Trek Next Generation. Let's read a little blurb. Star Trek Next Generation Lieutenant Commander Data, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and Commander William Riker available in nostalgic packaging. Okay, so this is where I was kind of like wondering how much we were going to go back and redo sort of the original lines. Looks like Picard's got one of those weird old Playmates hands. You know, the ones that could kind of hold an accessory, but sort of not really. I'm really curious if these have alternate hands. Because we're not seeing any accessories in these pictures, which, I mean, we'll learn all that later. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see the trio here in the same uniform style. For those that may have been watching the videos or know, we never really got Data, Picard, and Riker in matching uniforms. I'm trying to figure out if the rank pips are molded in. So I'm just going to zoom in. I can't zoom in any further than that. But, you know, the rank pips might be molded in. They look like they have... They might be reusing the same torso on all these. The pants are a little different on each of them. Yeah, they look a little different. So they could be unique molds per character. The Patrick Stewart's pretty spot on. That's a pretty good Patrick Stewart. Riker's fairly all right. Data looks a little smooth. I know he's, you know, Android, but he looks a little smooth, a little lacking in depth, but not too bad. Okay, what next? What do we got? Ooh, there we go. Discovery. All right, so this is exciting because this is characters we've never gotten. We got Saru and Burnham. Is there anything else mentioned here? Available in the new universe packaging. All right. So these are their Season 2 appearances, or at least this is Burnham's Season 2 hair. Saru's definitely got the haunches. I'm kind of hoping these have stands again. Because I'm looking at Saru, I'm like, you're going to fall over. Again, a little flat on the detail, but they do sort of fit in that old style. It's going to be really interesting. Eventually getting these and then putting them next to the original toys. Because I'm definitely buying all these. I mean, I'm giving like initial reactions and I'm like, maybe this foot was like this and the hands look... Nah, I'm going to be buying all of them. I'm super stoked for this. So we'll be reviewing this come July, because as soon as I can order these, I'm ordering them. Yeah, Saru's face, I think, looks a little weird. Just, again, I think it's like a lack of depth, or maybe his head looks a little small. It's gonna be different when we get them in non-prototype, non-promotional photo, because like they're all standing a little weird, if that makes any sense. You know what? The Saru looks a little strange on first glance, and also that could be just seeing Saru full body, because we usually only see him like waist up. So Doug Jones doesn't always have to be on stilts. But, yeah, no, I mean, Burnham looks like she's got hands to hold things. That's a good sign. Looks good overall. I mean, it's the Season 1 and 2 Discovery uniforms. Or Season 1, 2, and 3, I should say. They look good. They look good. Overall look good. Again, Saru's face is a little weird. And that's also because Migo did a really fantastic Saru face, so I might be having some standards there. But overall not bad. All right. Oh, hey, a ship. Looks like it's the original series Enterprise. A replica ship, 21-inch scale. Not bad. Includes lights, sounds, and phrases available in nostalgic packaging. All right, cool. It's kind of funny. We have an original series ship, but no original series figures. I mean, outside the movie ones, that's fine. Hopefully, this isn't the only ship we get. We still don't have a refit Enterprise for the movies, so we're getting Wrath of Khan figures. Why not a refit Enterprise? But you know what? This is nostalgic and fun. It looks like it's got kind of a similar display stand to the old ones, where it's got the Starfleet Delta, and then it looks like a posable arm this time, so that's fantastic. I didn't get many of the ships back in the day, and a lot of them command really high prices, so I'm probably going to pick this up. And looks like last up is a phaser. Okay. Star Trek Original Series phaser, complete lights and sounds, available in nostalgic. All right, so this phaser's been made as a toy like 1,000 times. This does not excite me. I'm going to be real. Out of everything on here, I'm like, I already have 2 toy versions of this. I got the Diamond Select and the old Playmates one. Just not the most exciting thing. Hopefully the Type 1 phaser detaches from the top. I don't know. That's cool. I mean, at least you're getting roleplay. Yeah, so that's the initial reveal. I guess that's the initial wave. Yeah, it says 6 of 6. That's about it. You know, I'm actually surprised we don't have any Prodigy. Considering I think Playmates got the license because of Prodigy, I'm surprised there's no Prodigy, to be totally honest. I totally think there should have been some Prodigy in here. You know, I'm not disappointed in anything because I'm excited, especially like Wrath of Khan uniform Spock. I'm hoping this means that we're going to get Uhura and Sulu and Scotty and McCoy and Chekhov in these uniforms, because that would be nice, because Playmates kind of screwed up back in the days and never gave us the nice iconic red uniforms. I mean, just going back, the TNG figures don't excite me as much just because we got so many figures of Riker, Picard, and Data. But getting Riker in his Season 3 onward look without the battle damage is a plus for me. And the Discovery figures look good. I will be very excited when we get somebody besides Saru and Burnham, because Mego made Saru, Burnham, and Pike. And Hallmark did a Saru and Burnham ornament. And Pop Vinyls did Saru and Burnham. I would like more Discovery characters beyond just these two. So yeah, I mean, it's a good teaser. Ship looks nice. I like Ship. Buttons on the top are a little obvious, but that's fine. You know, it's a toy. I'm not gonna. It's not an Eagle Moss model. I have one of those too. But you know, I think that like looking at it, I'm like, all right, these look good. I don't know if they're gonna knock. I don't know what people's reactions will be, because I think that, you know, when you compare it to like what, like, I don't know, Marvel Legends is putting out, like where they're super duper articulated, super detailed. I don't think people are going to be like, oh, those look amazing figures. I think as Star Trek fans, it's nice to get something that's not Mego for action figures. It's nice to get something from Playmates that, and saying 5-inch, fingers crossed, means they're going to fit with the old figures. Because I know the old figures are said to be 4.5. Action figure scaling's weird. So I'm hoping these will go with the old ones, because that'll increase my want and desire to continue buying them, and like even rebuying characters, because I mean, yeah, when it comes down to it, the body proportion, like I should say this here, I'm like looking at face sculpts, body proportion wise, these are a ton better. Playmates old figures were old. You know, I love them obviously because I'm doing a 6-part video series on them, but there is some of the figures like Riker that are just posed weird. So it's nice to see like a normal, like, here's a Riker that's normal proportioned. But not, I mean, I still like the Voyager body mold the most out of the old Playmates line, but I mean, some of them look a little thin in places. Like Data's legs look a little thin. Saru looks thin, but that's Doug Jones. Burnham looks fine. You know, body proportion wise, I think they look good. I'm not really going to talk about the ship anymore. The action figures are, you know, I think Spock's waist looks high. And maybe his legs look a little long. But again, it's kind of interesting because, you know, we've got 5 redos and 3 new figures. And I like them. I like the look. I think Khan looks posed strange, but I think that'll get fixed as soon as people have it in hands. Promotional photography for toys. I mean, look, Hasbro, Playmates, Mattel, if you all just would hire a toy collector who does like Instagram stuff to do your promotional photos, you'd get better looking promotional photos. This is just the nature of official photography, but I'm excited. I'm going to stop rambling because I'm just talking like incessantly, and I'm excited to see where we're going to get. I'm excited to see when these will come out and all that. I just realized my frame isn't quite centered to show this photo. But yeah, so running it down one more time. I got the Wrath of Khan figures, got the Next Generation ones, got Discovery, got, you know, Enterprise, got Phaser. Looking at the top, though, I mean, just one last time, it's funny. The teaser image showed next-gen Data, and it showed Picard from Picard, and it showed Pike. So I'm actually kind of surprised Picard and Pike weren't shown. And, you know, they say Wave 1 in July. This could be Wave 1. They could go nuts and make more. We'll see. But I guess we'll find out come summer how these actually turn out. Yeah, this is I don't usually do initial reactions. I usually like pour over details and research and analyze, and I'm just talking. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment down below. Tell me what you think of the figures and what you're most excited for. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future Star Trek videos coming up soon. And check out parts 1 through 3 of the retrospective for Playmates Toys if you have not already. And check out Here Club at Here Club for Star Trek news and more. I'm also a graphic designer on Twitter at darkclass643. And until next time, this is Soundout saying, live long and prosper.